Welcome everyone to Proving Grounds here on BMV episode 1.1. We have got Zach Anderson taking on Adam Jobs in our first ever Proving Grounds matchup. Two men who you may be familiar with for their time previously served in the multiverse. And they are now coming head to head, blow to blow against one another on the stage, presented to you by Tatanka Wild Wings. This promises to be a fantastic matchup. Zach Anderson, the man who proclaims that there are no gods, no kings in pro wrestling, ready to turn Proving Grounds into his playground and to cast midnight over Adam Jobs. If he's able to succeed here tonight, I think that he could go a long way towards establishing himself as one of the top stars here on the brand. Zach Anderson, a great professional wrestler. That roaring elbow he utilizes is absolutely brutal. And he's a guy who can knock back a 10-piece Tatanka Wild Wings combo in under 8 minutes on the medium spice level. So he's not to be trifled with. You want to talk about not messing with, and that is the definition of his opponent, Adam Jobs. Adam Jobs, though deceptive in his size, houses an incredible professional wrestler underneath the surface. This man has come close to winning a world title in the past, has put on some of the greatest matches in multiverse history, and now looks to continue his incredible match streak against a first-time opponent in Zach Anderson. Adam Jobs, definitely a fan favorite here in Boston, Massachusetts, but can he get the job done? Or will he be forced to face the midnight that is Zach Anderson? You see the fans in the front row dancing along, doing the job dance with Adam. Definitely very popular is Adam Jobs. So let's get into this one. Zach Anderson, Adam Jobs, ring the damn bell. And Anderson going in for the shots. Adam Jobs managed to break through it. And Zach with a vicious forearm sends Adam into the corner. And now the north-south knees to the midsection. And now just a face wash. Zach Anderson insulted to be matched up against Adam Jobs. Clearly thinks little of his opponent and the caliber of superstar he is. Picking up Adam and just tossing him like a sack of garbage. Springboard moonsault was evaded. Adam Jobs with a forearm smash of his own to Zach Anderson. Anderson with a hot start, and Jobs tried to get back into it, got the knees up, did Zach Anderson. Punch right in the face from Jobs. And a couple of chops there. And a midnight to Zach Anderson, but Anderson stayed standing. If anyone's going to know how to take that move and keep on swinging, it's going to be a guy like Zach Anderson. You saw a fantastic evasion up on the shoulders. Zach Anderson dropping Adam Jobs on the top rope. Kick in the head from Adam Jobs and goes to work on the arm. You know that Zach Anderson fired up after getting hit with that midnight by Adam Jobs. Now the punch countered by Zach. Zach gonna head to the top rope. A big guy. This could be a dangerous fall for Zach. Double foot stomp is countered by Adam Jobs. Jobs grabbing Anderson by the hair to nail a vicious neck breaker. Now just a disrespectful stomp in the face and a second one for good measure. Adam Jobs sending Zach Anderson up and over to the outside. Right in front of the Tatanka Wild Wings grill and bar advertisement. Remember that you can get the best food in the world at Tatanka Wild Wings. Anything that you could ever desire, and they've even got Buffalo out front who mow the grass as Zach Anderson slams Adam Jobs on the mat and slamming him back into the ring as well. Just like you need to slam back a 20-ounce Bud Light at your nearest Tatanka Wild Wings. Make sure to impress those 20-year-olds as Anderson throws Jobs into the corner. Adam Jobs countering Zach Anderson, and Adam looking to send Anderson back outside, and he does just that with a hot shot on the top rope. Keep your eyes on Adam Jobs. He's crazy. No love lost for this guy. Diving cross body off the tippity top rope. Topping off an incredible string of offense there. Adam Jobs picking up Zach Anderson. Just like you can get your order at Tatanka Wild Wings for dine-in or pickup. You can even get it delivered on Postmates. Adam Jobs with a DDT on the floor. Adam rolls back in the ring. He's firing up. What does he have in mind here? Zach Anderson gets back in the ring. Adam Jobs wants to lay waste to Zach Anderson here, but a back elbow from Anderson may end that hope. Big headbutt there to Adam Jobs. Zach Anderson grabbing Adam Jobs by the back of the hair. Now a couple of shots in the face. And Adam Jobs springing off the ropes. Poison Rana to Zach Anderson. Adam Jobs in full force here, grabbing Zach Anderson and slamming him in the corner out that Poison Rana. But Zach manages to move out of the way. A shot in the mouth. Midnight from Zach Anderson. And I believe that busts Adam Jobs open. And if that didn't, those shots to the head certainly will. Adam back up. And that is a lot of blood on the face of Adam Jobs. But he runs out the ropes. Shotgun kick to the side of the head. Adam, seeing his own blood, may have fired him up a little bit here. Trying to spin him over. Locking in a muzzle lock on Zach Anderson. Gonna try and maybe get him to submit here. This would be a big victory for Adam Jobs. But Zach Anderson too strong to go down quite like that. Jobs picking up Anderson and just lacing him with these shots, and one to the midsection. Went for the tornado kick and got a super kick for his troubles. Absolutely vicious from Zach Anderson, and he's got the fingers in the mouth, the mandible claw, shoving him down there like it was a side of fries, and Adam passes out. Zach Anderson gets the win in his Proving Grounds debut. All things considered, a dominant performance from Zach Anderson. And I expect that we will be seeing more from this guy in the very near future, because Zach Anderson performed incredibly well here tonight. Speaking of people who will perform incredibly well, Alex Clark taking on his long-term rival Joey Blake. These guys have been facing each other for years now. One of them ascended to be a world-class, multi-time world champion, and the other never really got to that level. Alex Clark heading down to the ring. He knows exactly what it takes to beat Joey Blake. He's done it 3 times in the past, but he's also given up 2 wins to Joey Blake in the process. Former TNT World's Heavyweight Champion lost it to Aiden Flynn at Make or Break back in Niagara Falls. But he has vowed to get that title back sooner than later. Alex Clark definitely has big aspirations for his time here in Tuesday Night Titans. Wants to go down as the face of the brand, the star of the brand. But right now he's got to focus on beating his long-term rival. He does hold the series 3-2 over their many encounters, and of course in terms of accomplishments. a WNW heavyweight champion, open weight champion, grand champion, a TNT World's heavyweight champion. Joey Blake has never won a sanctioned championship in Multiverse, though he has come close. We have been told that Joey Blake will be excommunicated for the next match that he loses from M&A. He will no longer be recognized as a member of Morgan & Associates, which of course comes with a lot of benefits here on M&A Explosion. Morgan certainly plays favorites, no secrets, no illusions made about that, and Joey Blake wants to keep in his good graces, you have to imagine. Joey Blake in the ring, ready to try and do battle with a man who he's fought many times. Of course, you think back to the legendary days of WNW, back when it was hosted in Charlotte, North Carolina. Alex Clark picks up Joey and just drops him on the top rope. Expect a lot of counters in this one. These two know each other's games so well. Know everything about each other's repertoires as Joey just laces in with the shots. A nice snap there by Joey and an indie kick to the back as well. Joey Blake picked up by Alex Clark, and Alex going to drop Joey on the ropes this time. Saw him do the snake eyes earlier. Joey, though, with a kick to the side of the head. Joey Blake picking up Alex Clark here, grabbing him by the hair, but Clark quickly reversing, and that's what I'm talking about, jockeying for position. These two know each other so very well. They know everything about each other's game. Backdrop Saito suplex on the head. And Alex goes in for the arm, going to try and slow Joey down. Big fist drop right to the face of Joey Blake from Alex Clark. And Alex with a snap dragon on the neck as well. Not playing favorites against Joey Blake here, giving him everything he's got up to the tippity top rope. Wants Blake to his feet. Blake may oblige. Diving flip is countered by Joey Blake. I believe that Alex was going for a Dragon Rana there. Quite an unusual move for his arsenal. Big cross body connects from Joey Blake, though. One kick out. Joey so much more comfortable in the sky than Alex Clark is. Alex much more of a ground submission kind of guy. Nice moonsault there by Joey and another PK to the back. Standing shooter is countered, though, by Alex, who ends that rally quickly. Exactly what he needs to do. Alex Clark looked like he was going for Final Destination. Caught with that flying line on the back half. So much back and forth here in this one. Shots to the face from Joey Blake. Here on M&A Explosion, these two know each other so well. Both trying to jockey for position here in the rankings. Blake Orbit from Joey Blake. 1, 2... Kick out by Alex Clark at 2 off the Blake Orbit. Alex has been put away by the Blake Orbit one time in the past. The other time he gave up by a submission to Joey Blake. Joey in the corner, though, looking for the Blake Buster, and he gets it on Alex Clark. The Blake Buster connects, but he's not done. Back up top again, looking for the 3-piece. The Blake Orbit a second time is countered by Alex Clark, who managed to survive that big Rana there by Alex Clark as well. Breaking out some moves we don't really see from him. Powerbomb into that big V-trigger. That is a lot of hard hits, one after another by Alex Clark there. Picks up Joey and the vicious brain buster there, the Last Crusader. 1, 2... And Joey kicks out of the Last Crusader at 2. That's Alex Clark's signature offensive maneuver. He has yet to go for the Poetry of Silence, which is his most devastating maneuver by a country mile. Alex back up top, went for that Dragon Rana again, mistimed it this time. Joey did not have the wherewithal to sidestep it. Alex may need to reevaluate going for that maneuver. Joey with a big rock bottom to Alex Clark, planting him, kicking the face from Alex, though. Pulls him in, Kamegoye from Alex, falls into the cover. 1, 2, kick out. Alex Clark with a vicious elbow to the back of the head of Joey Blake here on M&A Explosion. Trapping him up. Got him trapped in a reverse figure four here. Going to try and make it harder for him to go off the ropes with this offensive maneuver, but no targeting to the legs in this matchup has made it pretty much an unlikely possibility that Joey will submit here. Joey Blake now grabbing Alex, but Alex once again having the strength to shoot Joey in the stomach with those elbows. Joey, though, with the follow-through. Big knee lift from Alex. Spins him around up on the shoulders, looking Final Destination. Joey reverses into a Rana on Alex Clark. That could be the spot he was looking for. The reverse Rana punch in the face from Joey. In the corner once again, looking for that Blake Buster. He's got to hit something big here, and he nails the Blake Buster on Alex Clark. That's going to do it, right? 1, 2. Kick out by Alex Clark, but not much strength in getting that shoulder up. Alex Clark maybe feeling the effects of this one. Joey from an odd angle going to look for the Blake Orbit on Alex Clark. 1, 2. 3, and Joey Blake gets a W on Alex Clark. I can't believe that just happened here on M&A Explosion. Joey Blake getting the win on Alex Clark. Definitely is going to appreciate that one. You know, Dean Morgan watching with a lot of curiosity on whether or not Joey would get the win, and he did. And up next, Tetsuya Toro calls out the new Triumvirate, which have given themselves the appropriate nickname of You're Fucked. Daniel Garcia and Aussie Open unified after Toro and Garcia won the gauntlet matchup at 1WW Dead Man's Hand. But here on Warrior Summit, Tetsuya Toro here to call him out in the aftermath. Daniel Garcia attacking Tetsuya Toro after he thought that they won that Joker's Wild tournament, only for Aussie Open to reveal that they had somehow finagled their way into the tournament and in the process managed to win the whole thing by defeating Tetsuya Toro. Now Toro's calling them out. We don't know if this is going to be a sanctioned match, if it's going to be a 3-on-1 beatdown, if they're even going to come out at all. But Tetsuya Toro has a lot to say, a lot on his mind after what happened. Tetsuya Toro, the Bullman from Japan, ready to give them a piece of his mind. And he's not even going to get a mic in hand. You're Fucked makes their way down the aisle. Daniel Garcia leading the charge, but summoning behind him Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, Aussie Open. Fletcher and Davis have been touring all over Japan, multi-time tag team champions everywhere they've ever been. But now they have linked up with the Red Death, Daniel Garcia. What will happen from this point? Daniel Garcia seems like he has a point to prove against Tetsuya Toro. What are his machinations? Does he want gold? Does he want domination? Or is he just here to make a statement? If it's the latter, he can hardly do better than teaming up with one of the greatest tag teams in history. And it seems like we're going to get a sanctioned matchup here. Referee out here, James Jackson. And Daniel Garcia immediately tripping up Toro. Toro's still absolutely exhausted from that Joker's Wild gauntlet matchup, and Daniel knows it, going right into the Scorpion Deathlock there. Pushing off Daniel Garcia is Tetsuya Toro, and Toro is just lacing Daniel Garcia. Garcia grabbing the leg and hitting a vicious dragon screw on Tetsuya Toro. Daniel Garcia now dragging Toro around, just trying to reposition the near 300-pound bullman from Japan. A stomp to the arm here. And Daniel Garcia trying to keep on Tetsuya Toro, locking in that Scorpion Deathlock once again on Tetsuya Toro. Toro definitely not well versed in submission wrestling, so this is exactly why Garcia is just stretching him out, making him work for it. But Daniel Garcia now grabbing Toro and just slamming him in the corner. Shoots him across the ring, and Toro absolutely outnumbered here. But he's still fighting, his back against the wall. Bimmy to Jimmy overhead. And nearly forced a tag in pure domination, lifting up Daniel Garcia. Shoten Kai from Tetsuya Toro. Gets a 2, but Garcia kicks out. He's almost daring Kyle Fletcher to get in the ring. He was staring daggers into him to break up that pin, but no need as Garcia managed to kick out. Tetsuya Toro with a German suplex. No, a rear naked choke on Garcia. I was saying he doesn't know much about submissions. That's a textbook classic rear naked choke there from Tetsuya Toro. Toro set his eyes on Mark Davis, but in the moment let up on Daniel Garcia just enough for the Red Death to try and pick his moment. Daniel Garcia eating some shots to the stomach by Tetsuya Toro. And Toro now looking to take it to Daniel Garcia. He doesn't want Davis or Fletcher to get in the ring. He doesn't really care about them. This is all about the issues he has with Daniel Garcia. And you can see just by how much he is focusing on getting Garcia away from that corner, going to try and avoid any cheeky tags to either member of Aussie Open. Looking for a pile driver here is Garcia. Nails it on Tetsuya Toro. And once again, just dragging him to the center of the ring. Goes in for the cover. 1, 2. Toro kicks out of that pile driver from Daniel Garcia. Garcia now calling to bring in somebody. Tetsuya Toro busted open on the turnbuckle post, I believe. And a huge shove backwards. Tetsuya Toro does not want Daniel Garcia to tag out under any circumstances. Locks him in the Scorpion Deathlock for a 3rd time. Nobody has ever survived being locked in 3 Scorpion Deathlocks by Daniel Garcia. Not even the American Dragon Bryan Danielson could attest to that. But Garcia lets him go. Wants to pin him instead. 1, 2, and a kick out by Toro. Tetsuya Toro is going toe-to-toe with the best technical wrestler in the world and living to tell the tale. Kyle Fletcher tagged in, and he's up top now. Big body splash by Fletcher. And Kyle Fletcher gets the running of the bulls from Tetsuya Toro. Toro is not interested in getting revenge against Kyle Fletcher. He doesn't care about Kyle Fletcher, because he is not Daniel Garcia, and Toro just making sure that Fletcher is as far away from his partners as possible. 1, 2. Caught by Mark Davis. And Toro grabbing Davis now. What does he have in mind? Shooting him off the ropes. Reversal by Davis. Oh, and run right through him. The pounce. But got his leg chopped down by Kyle Fletcher in the process. And Toro takes down the referee right as Daniel Garcia gets back in. Beat to Jimmy on Tetsuya Toro. James Jackson taken down. Locking in the Scorpion Deathlock. James Jackson starts to stir as Garcia takes advantage. And Toro forced to submit to Daniel Garcia, and the triumvirate of "You're fucked." You hate to see it. Daniel Garcia got his way in the end. He got exactly what he wanted. Tetsuya Toro tapping out to the Scorpion Deathlock. because Tetsuya Toro got triple teamed by 3 of the greatest wrestlers in the world. That's what it took to take down Tetsuya Toro. But I have a feeling it's not over anytime soon. And speaking of not over anytime soon, Konosuke Takeshita and Seth Dallas, unwilling tag team partners here tonight, taking on Aiden Flynn, the M&A World Heavyweight Champion, and Owen Nichols here on M&A Explosion. Seth Dallas, of course, the winner of the Golden Opportunity ladder match at Make or Break, was originally guaranteed a one-on-one match with Aiden Flynn at Music City Mayhem, which was the original pay-per-view name. But after Konosuke Takeshita defeated Aiden Flynn last week, it was turned into a 3-way dance at BMV Make or Break in 4 weeks' time. It'll be Dallas versus Takeshita versus Flynn. You know that Seth Dallas absolutely furious about that. He wanted his one-on-one match with Aiden Flynn for that M&A Heavyweight Championship involving Konosuke Takeshita. Just lessens his chances of winning. Increases the odds that Aiden could retain as well. But Seth Dallas gonna keep up anyway, gonna try and do whatever it takes to be the man to walk away with the M&A Heavyweight Championship in 4 weeks' time. BMV Make or Break, going to be a humongous show in the making. And then there is Konosuke Takeshita. Big Dog Soup, as they call him. The greatest Japanese wrestler of this decade thus far. This man has been making a name for himself all over the world, but has really exploded onto the American scene with some incredible matches. And now looks to try and continue his winning ways. Already has a win over the M&A Heavyweight Champion Aiden Flynn last week. Not many can attest to having that. And Soup looking to get another one here in a tag team contest. But these two are going to have to coexist despite having their differences against the M&A champion Aiden Flynn and this man, the king of MMA. A man who held MMA championships for a combined 500 days across multiple reigns. This guy had such an incredible record in MMA that he went into the Hall of Fame the day after he retired, so he says. Now earning his keep in professional wrestling. Looking to absolutely represent the M&A brand with a lot of dignity and honor. Owen Nichols, the right-hand man of Aiden Flynn. Definitely worse positions to be in than the most protected man under the M&A banner's right-hand man. Aiden Flynn spoke of Owen Nichols, calling him the most trusted M&A soldier that we have, a future world champion, and a man who will have gold around his waist sooner than later. Yet to win a championship here in M&A, but I have a feeling that's only a matter of when, not if. And then there is Aiden Flynn, the M&A Heavyweight Champion who defeated Alex Clark for that honor. Aiden Flynn making his way down the aisle. Big things in store. He says that he is going to retire as world champion. You see him wearing his custom M&A Championship, the global icon as he calls himself. Former and final PGW World Heavyweight Champion as well. Aiden Flynn says that he is the face that M&A needs, that the original stalwarts laid the foundation for the true face, which is the global icon. And he is a world champion for a reason, joining the class of M&A world champions such as Keith Lee and Jet Thorne. And I have a feeling one day that class will include Owen Nichols as well. To be honest, it could include all three of these other men, one after another, with how incredibly impressive they are in the ring. Referee Mark Meltzer rings the bell. Seth Dallas and Owen Nichols, a dream match for sure. Big Yokosta cutter there from Seth Dallas, and now pounding the head of Owen Nichols into the mat. Of course, tag team rules do apply. 20 count on the floor, pinfall, submission, or referee removal when he feels that you have sustained enough damage. That is a discretionary call, which does lead to some unpopular decisions. As a sleeper slam there by Owen. That's why you never give your back up to Owen Nichols. It's so dangerous to turn your back on a trained fighter, with a man who had to register a license to kill when he signed his M&A contract to wrestle here on Explosion. Dropping him on the top turnbuckle. There's Owen Nichols. Nice form to the face from Seth, and some chops from the chopper. Chop this, chop that, chop everything. And a nice nip up off the jumping clothesline as well. And again with some mat slams to the head of Owen Nichols. Owen, of course, coming fresh off of a big victory against Jason Paradise a few weeks ago at Make or Break in that MMA Rules cage match. Owen Nichols absolutely outperformed Jason Paradise in his element. Big knee lift there by Owen Nichols. Takes down Seth Dallas. Of course, Owen Nichols, while he's never won a title officially sanctioned in M&A, was the final HWA World Heavyweight Champion, which Dean Morgan recently acquired. So Owen Nichols definitely knows his way around a World Heavyweight Championship and how to carry himself as the top star of a brand. Up and over, drop down by Owen Nichols, and on the outside they go. 20-second count here on the outside is the only stipulation of a wrestling match here in the multiverse that has countouts. Owen going for a pin on the floor. No, locking in an armbar and trapping the leg for good measure. Owen Nichols trapping both appendages of Seth Dallas, but Dallas managed to break the hold. Owen Nichols, though, stays on him, slamming Seth Dallas into the turnbuckle post there. Absolutely vicious. And Owen Nichols and Aiden Flynn conspiring against what they can do to Seth Dallas. Owen just soaking it all in as Aiden does not let his eyes off of Seth Dallas. Both men get down, but Owen takes control once again. And oh no, this doesn't look good. Stomping the shoulder, driving the wrist into the concrete. Barely covered by these pads on the outside. Dallas sent back to the outside. Referee Mark Meltzer restarted his count when Owen Nichols went on the outside, targeting the other arm of Seth Dallas now. And just slamming his head into the concrete on the outside, getting some payback for earlier. Big elbow to the top of the head. And Seth Dallas, though, with a flatliner on the floor to Owen Nichols. And Seth Dallas heading back in at the count of 8. And Owen getting a little bit of a grandstanding in, looking to go jaw jack with Takeshita. Owen going to fully take advantage, getting on the other side of the ring before re-entering, making Dallas wait. Exactly what he needs to do. That's the poise of a veteran. Big elbow to the back of the head. And a springboard cutter for Mongolia. Seth Dallas drills him. Tag into Konosuke Takeshita. Looked to run in, but Takeshita caught him. Big overhead toss from Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita picking up Owen Nichols and now slamming him in the face. Forearm to the back of the head of Owen Nichols, and Nichols desperately needs to tag in the M&A heavyweight champion Aiden Flynn at this juncture. Owen Nichols absorbs that PK to the back. No stranger to getting punted in the back as Owen Nichols looked to jump for the guillotine, but Takeshita went low to block it, and now the chop blocked again by Nichols. And Takeshita fights off Owen as he tried to grab him by the back of the head. Takeshita with a gorgeous drop kick to the face of Owen Nichols. And now just locking him in a Texas Cloverleaf, a special of Konosuke Takeshita, wrenching back. But Takeshita did have to let up on it there. And tags back in Seth Dallas, saving himself. They are performing well as a tag team, whereas Owen Nichols clearly adhering to the game plan of keep Aiden Flynn as fresh as you possibly can. Don't let him in for anything. Springboard cutter is evaded that time by Owen Nichols. It makes him so dangerous. He's a very learned competitor. He learns about his opponent's maneuvers and knows how to counter them. Big German to the Mongolian from the Canadian, and a forearm smash to the face of Seth Dallas. Seth Dallas grabbed by Aiden Flynn and tossing him up and over. Nice hot shot there by Aiden Flynn here on M&A Explosion. Taking it to the outside, the M&A champion fighting one of his two future challengers. In just a few weeks, a headbutt from Seth Dallas, but Aiden absorbed it and just slamming him into the apron. Aiden Flynn now with a stomp to the face, and Dallas has color on the eye. A cut right around the outer perimeter of the right eye, I believe. Seth Dallas now thrown into the barrier by Aiden Flynn, dropping the knee on the back of the head. That braced up knee is a very controversial maneuver by Aiden Flynn, but he's no stranger to getting results with it. Toss right into the barrier by Aiden Flynn. Now just pulling on the face of Seth Dallas is Aiden Flynn. Takeshita there to break it up. Of course, a submission on the floor doesn't do anything as far as victory, but that can lead to some absolute devastation. Again, the knee to the back of the head as Aiden is just running up the clock. He'd have no problem with Dallas getting eliminated via countout. It's a vicious forearm to the face there by Aiden Flynn as well. Seth Dallas with the kick, and Flynn with another toss into the barrier. I think this one could go to count out if we're not careful. Count of 15. Big back body drop and a nip up by Seth Dallas. Count of 16 here. Got to be careful. Seth Dallas with a flatliner. Count of 18 now. Stomps to the hand. Count of 19. And Seth Dallas gets in and breaks it at 19. Aiden Flynn almost got counted out, which you know he would have no problem with. Canadian Destroyer on the floor to Flynn. But Flynn would have no problem losing via countout. Seth Dallas went down hard, and Mark Meltzer calling for it there. That's definitely going to be controversial. Aiden Flynn now back in the ring, and Konosuke Takeshita fights 2-on-1 odds. Seth Dallas definitely regretting breaking that count now. Big German from Konosuke Takeshita to Aiden Flynn. Dragon screw there from Flynn. Konosuke Takeshita gonna have to put that world-class training to the test as the drop-dead Taiga driver connects. 1, 2. Kick out by Takeshita at 2. And Owen Nichols tagged back in. This right here is a bona fide dream match for me. Owen Nichols versus Konosuke Takeshita. I'd love to see these two duke it out for a world title in the future. Owen coming in and tagging right back into Aiden Flynn. Notice as soon as Takeshita is neutralized, Flynn wants back in. Up to the top rope, shooting Stardust from Aiden Flynn. For a man that size, you don't expect him to be able to fly with that level of grace. And now up to the top again, and a body splash, just showing off at that point. Takeshita's already down. He's already damaged. Could be over, but Flynn decided to grandstand with that body splash. Absolutely unnecessary. Flynn going up again. He is not taking this seriously at all. 2-on-1 odds. Another diving body splash. Aiden Flynn has no care in the world for Konosuke Takeshita, but I think that could end up costing him if he's not careful. Up and over. Konosuke Takeshita. Shot in the back. Goes low. Konosuke Takeshita backs off Aiden Flynn. Kick is countered. Right to the knee brace. Aiden Flynn grabs Takeshita. Takeshita with the elbows to the stomach. Konosuke Takeshita with a German is countered by Aiden Flynn. Elbow shot to the face. Aiden Flynn looked for the drop dead, I believe. Takeshita reversing it. And now sending him in the corner. What does Takeshita have in mind for Aiden Flynn? Oh, no way. We've seen Takeshita tease this a lot, but it's been a long time since we've seen it. Not since his match against Yamashita. The Brain Buster! And on the anniversary of El Generico's untimely death, but does not get the 3 off of that Brain Buster. The Busaiku, though, and Mark Meltzer calls it. Get out of the ring, Aiden Flynn. Owen Nichols and Konosuke Takeshita, the 2 men left in this one. Takeshita tossing Owen Nichols to the floor and getting his grandstanding in. Fans fully behind Konosuke Takeshita here at M&A Explosion. Owen Nichols looked like he was going to rush back in, but decided to calm himself down, collect himself, duck the roundhouse, did Takeshita. Owen Nichols back into this one, trips the leg up, and just drills the ankle with his knee. Now a stomp to the arm of Konosuke Takeshita as well. Jaw jacker by Owen Nichols. Ducks under, laying the smackdown with that DDT. Konosuke Takeshita picks him up. Blue Thunder bomb from Konosuke Takeshita. Goes in for the cover off of that Blue Thunder bomb. 1, 2. No. Owen Nichols survives a Blue Thunder bomb by Konosuke Takeshita. And Konosuke playing Owen's game against him with that Juji Katami armbar locked in. Definitely a bold strategy from Konosuke Takeshita to lock that in. Owen Nichols managed to escape it, though. See Aiden Flynn getting back up. He yelled something at Owen Nichols, and it seemingly distracted him for a moment as that beautiful butterfly suplex, but Mark Meltzer calling it as a rope break. Takeshita nails the Busaiku, though, and overcomes 2-1 odds to get the win for his team. And really carrying the load there as Seth Dallas went down early and Takeshita had to overcome it all. But did just that, came out on top. So we move into our main event of part 1. Nattie Neptune takes on Morgan Knight for the FNF Legacy Championship. Morgan Knight, they have held that championship for a long time now, but Nattie Neptune has been on an absolute roll as of late. Can she look to win her first ever bit of championship gold in her wrestling career, or will the reign of Morgan Knight continue? Time will tell as we get into this one. Nattie Neptune, incredibly popular with the fans here in FNF. They have seen her grow and mature as a professional wrestler over the course of her career. Nattie Neptune tried for over a year to get her first win here in FNF and could never quite get it done. There were always a lot of setbacks. But Nattie has now become her own woman, and she is absolutely prepared for this day for a long time. But facing someone the caliber of Morgan Knight is certainly not going to be easy. Morgan Knight, their game is all about devastation and domination. No time for the love of the game of professional wrestling. Morgan Knight, the FNF Legacy Champion, defeated Max the Impaler for that championship. And they haven't looked back, aligning themselves with Abaddon, the Living Dead Girl, recently led to a big win over LGBTKO. And now Morgan Knight looking to continue their reign as FNF Legacy Champion. But Nattie Neptune is on fire right now. She is as hot as she's ever been. And I don't think Morgan Knight can afford to overlook her, heading into what would be their third championship defense. Up and over Morgan Knight goes. Morgan Knight, all business, ice water in the veins, it seems, not going to focus on what Nattie Neptune has done, what she's been through, but what they can do to keep Nattie from winning. Morgan Knight, certainly a presence about them that is not felt by many here in FNF. And they have somewhat become synonymous with the FNF Legacy Championship. Nattie Neptune definitely wants to continue her reign of good fortune and good matches. But Morgan Knight looking to put a stop to both of those. Morgan Knight all about domination, not going to care at all about what Nattie's been through, just what they are going to put her through here tonight. Promises to be a big matchup for the main event of the Legacy Championship here in Part 1. FNF ready to put on a show. And CJ Wong, the incumbent official here in FNF, holding that championship above his head. I've already seen some big matches here tonight, but this is the only one on this episode for a championship. Nattie Neptune with a TNA kick to Morgan Knight right away. Up to the top, Nattie goes. Morgan Knight taken down by that kick and devastated. Diving cross body, but Nattie overjumped Morgan Knight. That kind of mistake is what has kept her from winning championships in the past. Kept her from winning matches. Big hair slam down by Nattie Neptune. A kick in the back as well. Nattie all over Morgan Knight, but Morgan counters and they go on the offensive with that dragon screw. Nattie Neptune countering Morgan Knight though. Big hair slam from Nattie Neptune to Morgan. And a smack right in the face, defiant as ever. Big back elbow. Nattie Neptune went for another smack. Morgan not going to tolerate that as they headbutt Nattie in the face. Kame Goye to Nattie Neptune. And that is a hell of a way to stutter someone. And another one for good measure. Just like that, Morgan Knight gets back into it. Went for a big leg drop, but Nattie managed to counter. Morgan spins Nattie around up on the shoulders. Nattie Neptune, though, looking to escape with a Rana to Morgan Knight. Nattie Neptune knows what she has to do, and that's stay fast, stay on the offensive. Morgan Knight, if they are allowed to get everything that they need to be offensively dominant, then this will be a quick matchup as Morgan Knight manages to kick out of Nattie Neptune's big attack there. Nattie with another smack in the face and just chopping them in the face and chest area. Nattie Neptune throwing Morgan Knight outside of the ring. And Nattie cannot win the title on the outside. Nattie up to the top rope though. What does she have in mind? Diving front missile, but completely front misses. Good God, what a landing. She's back up, but that is not good for your long-term career. She misjudged that by about a foot, completely whiffed on it. The fact that she managed to get up so fast is incredibly impressive as both women threatening to punch each other. seeing who's going to call the bluff first. Nattie Neptune grabs Morgan's foot, spins him around. And now Matrix Revolution's on the floor. Nattie Neptune having to recover after that vicious missed front missile drop kick. That could have taken years off of her career, but she is still firing on all cylinders, it seems. So we should count our lucky stars for that one. Big forearm smash in the face from Nattie Neptune. And she's up to the tippity top rope. What does she have in mind? Morgan Knight getting to their feet. Nattie reconsiders. Nattie Neptune, though, with a big hair slam to Morgan Knight. Nattie Neptune trying to stay in this one. Edge-o-matic from Nattie Neptune goes in for the cover. 1, 2. Only 2. Nattie Neptune needs to hit some big signature offense. That missed Shinoku driver being chief among them, but the moonsault could do the trick. Beautiful picture, perfect toe touch moonsault. 1, 2, 3. She did it. Nattie Neptune defeats Morgan Knight. She becomes the Legacy Champion. She did exactly what she needed to in that matchup. And she managed to win the FNF Legacy Championship from Morgan Knight. Absolutely incredible effort by Nattie Neptune. As this ends this part of our broadcast, thank you very much for joining us. We will leave Nattie Neptune to celebrate her accomplishment.